Hello, I'm BX and welcome back to the video. Today I want to talk about the brand new Minecraft Snapshot which just released. It's Snapshot 18W01A, and that's right, it's the first Snapshot of 2018, which means the whole name system changes, but also I think because there is a Snapshot, it's a good opportunity to talk about 1.13, the update which the Snapshots are of course for, as well as talk about, when that's going to be coming out. We got a little bit of word on that, as well as talk about the console edition, which has received a couple of, tweets from 4J, who are now back in the office, and I just figured I'd share all of that in one video, and hopefully you all do enjoy it. Snapshot plus news plus, also news in the same place. So like this if you do like it, because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like these new Snapshot videos, and also love the sunset which has just occurred. But yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start the very first thing we should mention, which is the fact that, given the sun is setting, one of the features in this update, it's mostly a bug fix snapshot, because that's what they're really focusing on. Most of the features are already in here, but they did decide to change a couple of things, such as they changed a couple of commands, so you could set them to be very specifically, like, time set, we can set it to noon if we want to, which is kind of nice that you can set the sun to be in the middle of the sky, as well as midnight. They just said a few more times for that. They changed a few names, such as loot tables. They've made it so teleporting now has positions. They've changed a few things like that, but the overwhelming majority of this update, we're talking like 20 to 30 fixes, is actually in the bug fix department. They've been doing a lot of bug fixes for fairly minor things, but fairly important things to have fixed before a release, and that is what's going on with this update. There are no major new features, like they haven't done like, oh yeah, maps on floors, or sideways buttons, or, the magic stick of changing stuff. That hasn't been done in some time, and it doesn't look like that is their goal going forward from here. So yeah, Minecraft 1.13, Snapshot 18W01A, what's the kind of conclusion here? First Snapshot of 2018 is nice, and also, they're bug fixing, which is a good sign for the future release. But when do we expect that future release? So, fortunately, Dinnerbone, as soon as he released the Snapshot, he starts responding to a bunch of stuff, and, Meg vs Prime on Twitter asked him if this was the last Snapshot between 1.13, and he confirmed that no, it was not. So we can confirm that it's not coming out this week or the next week, but it does seem likely that it's coming out fairly soon, because the only reason they didn't release it before Christmas was because, of course, they wanted stability, which kind of infers that it will be coming out, fairly soon, in terms of, like, probably January/February, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Again, sometimes things change at the last minute, who knows what's going on there. And in case you're curious as what is in 1.13, or, like, again, it's gonna have an equivalent Minecraft PE update, then it's gonna be, obviously, all the colored stuff, the item frame floors with the maps and stuff. By the way, this is my favorite thing to show off, if you had missed it last time. I have a map room, which is on all the sides, and it just looks too crazy, right? So yeah, you can do that in this update. A lot of people thought I had the weirdest skybox, but nope, it's actually maps. And yeah, basically it's a crazy little update. So let's now talk about the other updates, because although we're probably going to see some secrets found in here in the next week, maybe, because that's always what happens, we're going to talk first of all about what's happening with the console edition. The edition I know a lot of you do play. 4J have gone back in the office, and they've been responding to a bunch of stuff. The big one is like, oh yeah, we've now, we've rolled out the bug fix, which means if you bought the Greek Mythology mashup pack, or I guess Nordic Mythology, then you'll be able to download it, which is good news. And they also responded to some people who have been asking about the Bedrock edition, particularly the Switch Better Together, and that's just been redirected to someone else. And I think it's kind of like, it's something I wanted to mention, that like, it must be really kind of like interesting and tragic that this many people, because it happens literally every day, will like speak to 4J asking about the Bedrock edition, or they'll speak to the Mojang team about the console edition. It's really weird just how often this has been happening since the whole division of things, which implies there is a little bit of an uneasiness or an issue with like the name system. So we might see that change in the future. Also, Minecraft 18W01A is probably going to be used in some ways, and it's going to have some follow-up snapshots, and you can expect news on that over the next few weeks. I usually don't cover every snapshot on my channel, but I figured given this is the first one of 2018, it would be fairly useful to get this out there and let you know what's going on with 2018 so far, which is bug fixes, lots of bug fixes, both in terms of Minecraft snapshots, but also in terms of 4J, who've confirmed they're, working on bug fixes for the console. So yeah, that's what January seems to be. You can also expect the Bedrock version or the PE version to be working on the same bug fixes. I imagine someone there is trying to work on, petrified slabs, this thing right here, as well as all the other features, and getting them in there, because it's not a huge update in terms of pure features. It's only a huge update in terms of the entire overhaul of the command system, which is mostly a Java exclusive. So yeah, you can expect to see these features at some point, maybe even coming as part of a bug fix, which is coming for Bedrock and for console. But right now, we're just seeing the bugs being fixed. I'm not going to mention every single one of them unless we see something exciting, because I like to show you those sorts of things instead. So yeah, thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you all learned something from it. Like it if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, subscribe if you're around here, and turn on notifications so you see these videos daily on your homepage. I know this one was a bit short, but again, the update itself was a bit short in terms of features. So yeah, that's kind of that right there. Hope you all enjoyed it, because I'll see you all next time. Bye.